Yo, it's Mo. When do you take money out of a stock? That is something that a lot of people just wait too long and they never sell their stock. It goes way up and they say, I should have taken profits up there, but when in reality, it's all the way down here and they're saying, okay, now what do I do? Taking profits, knowing support and resistance levels is so important. This is Costco, for example. I use Costco all the time and people say, why do you always use Costco? I use Costco all the time because the trends are so nice and this is a perfect way for me to teach. You can use, we can really find any stock out there, but it really doesn't matter because I don't care that this is Costco. I don't care if this is Carnival Cruise. I don't care if this was some company out of Yemen. It doesn't matter to me. A trend is a trend and candles are candles and they all work the same. So we're going to use Costco here. Let's go from a swing trading aspect for right now. Looking at this stock back in May, we came through the sweet spot very nicely, had great volume coming in. We were moving up. Now, when would we take profits here? I would look and say, okay, where's my resistance point? The natural resistance point is the 25-day moving average being that purple line. So instead of me trying to say, you know what? I've gone from $420 a share to $480 a share. This is just going to keep going because things just keep going up, right? No. Take out and just say, there's resistance at the 25-day moving average. And you'll notice here from whatever date this was, call it June 1st to today, which is June 29th, this thing has really just been a magnet right onto the 25-day moving average. Even back here, we had a couple of days where we popped up, we pulled right back to that 25-day moving average. So knowing resistance points when you're going along on a position tells you, hey, I can take some profits off the table. So if you bought your stock back in here, keep going, up into the 25, say, hey, you know what? I'm going to take my profits off the table. Let's say I put $1,000 into a stock and we were up 10%. So you made $100. I'm just using whole numbers so you get the example. $100. What I would do, so now you have $1,100, I would sell $100 right here. I would just sell $100 and put it in my pocket and say, okay, now I'm playing with house money. Anything that I add back on, it's a little bit of house money. Anything that I lose, I have $100 or 10% to spare. That is what I mean by taking profits. You can do the same thing going down. These moving averages play the same thing going down. So as we're coming down right now, know if you're shorting this, that right when you run into that purple line, that 25-day moving average, it's going to hold a support. It's going to be very difficult for this stock to break below that 25-day moving average because there's such strong support built into that level. Now, these are easy to see. It's easy to see support and resistance based on moving averages. Why don't we pull up this chart? This is a long-term chart where we don't really have any lines on them, but we can see, zoom it out and say, all right, based on this, where do I see support and resistance? Well, right now, I'm just going to go and just draw a straight line here. The reason I drew that line, we peaked here, and before we got this big gap down, we kind of stayed in there for about 4 or 5 days. So to me, that right there is a very strong resistance point going up. And you'll notice that right when, this was this week, probably Tuesday, it tried to break through that level that I just drew, and it fell right back down because that was a resistance point. Let's look out even further. I'm just going to draw a straight line through here, all right in there. That is kind of your magnet line. So anytime the stock goes above or below, it's probably going to come back and hug this line around 465, whatever that level is. Support and resistance are very important to know, whether it be ones that are drawn in that you need to figure out yourself or major moving averages that do, in fact, help you. The more you understand about this, the more you are going to know and the less you are going to fear. If you want to catch more, watch this video right here. Catch you on the flippity flop.